Email is often a treasure trove of information. Email use today marks a significant change in the discovery landscape from 20, even 10 years ago. Through email, people record an amazing amount of detail about their thoughts, transactions, emotions, and intent on a variety of topics. Email becomes even more relevant through the common practice of attaching documents, pictures, etc. to messages, thereby increasing its discovery value. But the proliferation of email and their attachments also creates a problem, namely the vast quantities of email that are created and routinely collected. Thus, highly relevant information can often be buried in a mountain of electronic data. An email conversation, the back and forth between two or more people, can become quite complex and duplicative. An email conversation or thread can include the initial message, several replies back and forth, a forwarding to a third or fourth person, or more. Attachments can be included in forwards, replies, or can be left off or even new ones added along the conversation thread. To add even more complexity, email themselves can become attachments. All this multiplicity of back and forth and sideways communication, while rich with content, can become difficult to manage. Fortunately, Relativity has a built-in tool that helps us understand the email conversation thread issue. Email thread visualization uses Relativity's structured analytics to create a visual chart of conversations to help us quickly understand how an email conversation unfolded. To demonstrate email threading, I've pre-selected a few items in our demonstration workspace. Let's start by switching from the default All Documents view to a special Email Thread view. This view contains fields information specific to attributes associated with email conversations. The first special field I want to point out is the Email Duplicate Spare field. This indicates if the item is a 100% email duplicate. If the value is set to no, it is not a duplicate. If set to yes, it is a duplicate. You can filter out duplicate spares to cut down on the number of items to be reviewed. The next field to note is the Email Thread Group. This field shows an email group identifier, meaning an individual email has been detected and assigned to a group of related email. Next is the Email Thread Display field. Note the dark colored square with a number in the middle. The dark colored square indicates the email is what is referred to as an inclusive email, meaning it contains the entire content of an email thread. The number indicates how many email back and forths or branches the email thread has taken before reaching its conclusion. And finally, there is the inclusive email field. This field is set to either yes, no, or is left blank. Using this field, we can narrow in on email items that contain all of the parts of a conversation. If an email item is determined to be an all-inclusive segment of an email thread, it is coded as yes. If not, it is coded as no. But there may be some email that do not belong to any part of a thread. These items would not be coded as either yes or no, but rather left blank with no value. Setting up a search that looks for only the inclusive email or email that don't belong to a thread group can significantly reduce the number of items that need to be reviewed. Now let's look at the email visualization that makes use of these fields. If we open up one of the email items from our list, note the small icon in the lower right corner of the view pane. When clicked on, it opens Email Visualization. Here you can see the branching and progression of the email conversation or thread. The solid boxes indicate an inclusive email. Boxes with just an outline are not inclusive. A double outline indicates an email duplicate. An outline with a question mark in the middle indicates that an email is assumed missing. Although the assumed missing email will likely be caught in the final inclusive email, it nonetheless may indicate an incomplete collection or production, which may be an issue you might want to pursue with the producing party. Replying and forwarding arrows are also displayed, providing more clarity on how a particular email was generated. An attachment icon will be displayed if the email contains an attachment. You can hover your cursor over any of the squares to get a quick glimpse of the email item. If you click on a square, Relativity takes you to and displays that item. That's a quick summary of Relativity's email thread visualization feature. Hopefully this will aid you in your review and help cut down on the vast number of email items that are often collected during the discovery process. Our ESI team members can assist you in crafting specialized searches, dashboard widgets, and other review strategies to help you review and research case information. Be sure to watch our other Relativity how-to videos to help you use Relativity's powerful features for your review and analysis of email and other document types associated with your case.